Alrighty everybody, hello! We're going to be doing a hunting at EB Games, so we've been tipped that there may be some new stuff for us to find, so we're going to go check it out. Inside, look at what we found, lads! Look at what we found! Origin and Tyros. Ah, beautiful. In Canada.
Can you show the other ones?
Yeah, shout out to Admiral Mo from the WBO for giving us the tip on this. We're gonna secure two, one for us, one for collection. But yeah, EB Games in Canada. Wow. Hello everyone! For this video, we'll be reviewing Origin Achilles and Tyros. So we did manage to get this on a hunting. We got help from Mo from the WBO, so a huge thank you to them for helping us out, being able to find it. We found this at an EB Games. So this is the last main 2-pack in Surge. Obviously there is the Command, Valtryek, and Marina 2-pack, but yeah. I think what's kind of confusing is why Origin Achilles. I think they should have never done the single of the Colossal Lunar. I think they should have just done Origin Uranus. It feels like such a waste because colors don't look that good on the thing personally, and I feel it would have been an easy opportunity just to have this actually released. Now Tyros is where it's the real highlight for this. For those wondering, they have never done a recolor until now of that layer. Not even in Turbo when they were doing all those recolors. And the cool thing too is the Magnum disc. I'm very happy to see that they did a recolor of it because we have not gotten a recolor of that. So I am very happy to see that they did so. Because the Magnum disc, I'm just double checking. Yeah, it's barely gotten any recolors. I think for the most part those have been lottery, or they haven't actually been real colors. They've been actually the same red plastic, so we kind of get a proper recolor after how many years? So this is where it actually gets a thumbs up from me because, well, this time around they're being smart. Like, even though they're doing an old layer, which at first I would say, no, why are you doing an old layer? They're being smart this time. They recolor a disc that's barely gotten any recolors, that's a classic disc, and also a layer that people have been wanting. I would love to see an Orpheus recolor too. It's one of the rare cases where they can do the old stuff if it makes sense. As far as parts are concerned, other than, so really Tyros, these are the only two I really care about. Convert, I don't really care about. The SPM, I don't care about. And Dimension, I don't really care about. And make sure you scan this on the Beyblade Burst app. We're going to open it and take a look inside, and hopefully it's not as bad as I'm thinking Origin Achilles is. Alright, now we're going to be going over our part by part. Starting us off, we have Origin Achilles. I am not a particular fan of this recolor. I feel the usage of green along with the other colors is very poor. And aside from the obvious that I've been repeating for the longest time, no detail, I actually prefer the TT coloring. They tried to kind of go for a color scheme, which was like the black recolor of the Achilles with the black, I guess? They should have just done silver. I think silver would have looked a lot better. And they could have maybe done the black and the silver and maybe like a black Origin recolor. I don't know. The Achilles ship I don't have fond memories of. I believe the slopes on this are not the best. Really, all of Surge is just kind of poor. Then after we have our recolor of Origin. Technically, I guess, not the, well, technically recolor? Well, it's not the original colors. So it's really poor. Now, obviously, if you compare it to the original one was white, which I don't think should have been that much of an issue. The detailing is not that impressive at all. They only painted this area. They didn't even go over the other areas, so Origin is the same shape as Super, just slightly sharper. How much of a difference that actually makes? Maybe just barely. Even if it's slightly better than Super, it is a subpar attack ring. It's not really that good. And I don't really, whatever. Well, this time, I can't even complain that they hollowed it out, because I remember, so really, TT did them a solid, because I remember that first was already hollowed out, so alright, see, their job's already done. But yeah, overall I think the colors could have been a lot better. I feel if they painted it a bit more, and actually in the comments, if you had to work with it, let's say you had to keep with this color scheme, how would you do the sticker detail on the thing? What other colors would you try to do with it? I'm very curious in the comments. Moving on, we have got our disc, which is Convert. Now, Convert is not a good disc, the HASBRO version. Moving on, we have got our performance tip, which is Xceed-SPM metal. This is a nice black recolor. Obviously, does not have the rubber like the original Xceed. As far as my thoughts on the recolor, I think we have the blue one and the black one. The spring on this feels all right, so you should be able to give decent smacks and everything. But as far as stamina goes, it's okay. I think in general, though, it's not that impressive compared to other attack tips, and because of the fact that it's Speedstorm, it destabilizes, so keep that in mind. So moving on to the next one, which is our highlight for the review, it is Tyros. So an absolute beauty of a recolor. Some of the dual layers, not the biggest fan. I think this one, especially compared to the original, I consider this a pretty much a glow up. Like, yes, maybe you could say this part there, I don't really care. Look, it looks really good. Really, really good. Love it. Just look at this. Very nice. I like the little brown there. Very, very nice. I don't remember how good this was for the dual layers slash the original layers, but in the comments, let me know. Then after we, of course, get a recolor of Magnum. So, yeah, good. Good. Very good. The only one's kind of boring is the performance tip, but before I show that, this blue looks so nice. This actually would look really cool on V2. The performance tip is Dimension Speedstorm. It's not that impressive. It doesn't even maybe if it had the original gimmick, it'd be kind of cool. You're basically just forced into attack, and I'm pretty sure it has a bad spring too, like the regular Infinite, so it's kind of whatever. Like, I didn't even line it up in the shot. That's how bad it is. Okay, the original Tyros is about 8.59 or 6? 5.9. Ooh, look at that. Okay, Origin 8.15. This should obviously weigh more. So yeah, HASBRO obviously is going to be the one that weighs more because of the excess there that they have. Chip is a total of about 2.84. So in total, you are looking at about 11 grams. We then after have the Magnum disc, which is about 19.08. Then after we have, 19.52. Dimension is about 6.23. Comparable to the original. I think the original one feels a little bit tighter, but probably I'm just getting used to it. 6.24 for Dimension. Xceed-SPM metal is 14.65. In total, we have a total of about 45.48 versus 34. And how much does this weigh? 33.89. How much do you weigh? About 43.9. And for the last one, obviously I'm going to do, and altogether now, if I were to make first Achilles convert with 1D and Xceed, I would get the weight of 55.38. That is, of course, to compare it to 45.17. So let's see how the bays look. We'll first take a look at Achilles. I'm not the biggest fan, and honestly, I don't like it. Same like the Ace Dragon Hypersphere. I really did grow to not like the colors. I don't know. I don't think the green and everything. Maybe if they tried to use more black, I could maybe see it. I don't know. The colors are all over the place. Very poor. Side view, obviously there. Now Tyros looks pretty good. Ooh, look at that. Very, very nice. Side view. Alright, so we're going to be doing battles and seeing how this stuff does. Hopefully good, and then after rolling it off. Alright, just to make it a little bit special, I'll do multiple stadiums for this one, you know, just to make it nice. Alright, we're going to do the test launches for both of them, so... Tyros. Yeah, Tyros looks good. Alright, let's try Achilles. Yeah, that green is like, I don't know. The green is like too overpowering when you look at it. I'm not a fan. I think the yellow, maybe they could have done maybe more yellow. I don't know. I feel like the lack of paint just hurts it when it spins. I don't like it. All right, we'll do a battle against each other. Try it again. To be honest, I'm surprised it's doing this well, considering it's on a really bad spring of a driver. Any moment now. Hit him. All right, we're gonna make a battle of the original. Very nice, all right. So, our lad Achilles is going to have some fun on this. Nice. Nice. Try against each other. Okay. So their burst resistance for both of them is to the point where they can just kill each other at the same time, so all right. So that's what happens when you give Tyros the weak driver's ring and you give Achilles the weak chip. All right, whatever, let's switch to their last stadium. Okay, last stadium for the video. Okay, Rocktor. We're gonna try to, oh, and it's already red. All right, let's try Triumph Dragon against Origin. All right, come on. Okay, it's going around. Wow, you can really spot the bay, like, gee golly gosh. Weak? Alright, weak. Alright, let's see how Brave does. No, Brave's not gonna... Yeah, there you go. Let's do a burst. There you go. All right. Out of 10, yeah, I'll give it a 7. Really, it's just because of Tyros, to be honest. QR codes. Oh, God. All right, I'm going to hold this for a couple of seconds. Have fun scanning it. All right. So overall, are you getting your money's worth in this? Well, if you're going to be getting this, it's going to mainly be for the Tyros layer and Magnum. Though I don't know, like Origin, there's nothing really there, to be honest. I think they should have just done Origin Uranus and Tyros, because at least I could have been like, well, you finally get a chance to get Origin Uranus. It's like, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna have something in like Quad Drive or whatever where they do Origin Uranus or some tactic like that. But for a last 2-pack, I would say that it did all right. It did all right.